Please just relax, close your eyes, rest in the presence, and hold space.
Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Omega Dantaya Vidmahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Om Vakratundaya Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Ganapataye Namo Namaha Suklam Bharadaram Vishnu Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarvavignyopashantaye Sarvavignyopashantam Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari Ganapataye Namo Namaha 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 Om Ekadantaya Vidmahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ganapataye Namo Namaha
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to our weekly online Satsang. Satsang is a Sanskrit word that means literally community of truth. Wherever two or more people on the spiritual path come together to share their journeys, their struggles, their victories, we have a Satsang. And we're strengthened exponentially, even when just two of us come together. And the more the merrier. So we're really glad you're here tonight. If you're watching on Facebook Live, please give us a heart or a thumbs up or whatever emoji suits you. That way we can go at the end and go in and look at the names who have given us likes and loves, and we send you special hugs and blessings. If you're on Vimeo, just enter something in the chat. Hi, it's me. And we'll send you blessings as well. If you have questions or comments for us that don't get covered here during the online satsangs, you can always email us directly. And we're glad to hear from you and to respond to your questions. I'm Michael at floweringheart.org, and she's Suzanne with a Z at floweringheart.org as well. And we love to hear from you. I don't think we have any special announcements tonight, except the world needs your love and your prayers and your presence. So thank you for consenting to the journey. We live in a collective mess of competition, conflict, and violence, and we need to shift it, and very quickly, to a whole new earth, a new civilization rooted in cooperation, harmony, and peace. That can only happen globally when the entire collective consciousness of humanity shifts. Many of us believe that there's a certain critical mass. When enough individuals have awakened, it will shift the entire collective consciousness of humanity. If you've heard of it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you should Google it, the 100th monkey. And it's about an actual population of monkeys that gradually learned a new behavior. I guess I'm going to tell you. There was one island of snow monkeys off the coast of Japan being studied, and one of the monkeys, a young one, began to exhibit a new behavior. Well, the other monkeys were kind of skeptical of this young monkey that had begun to wash his food before he ate it. But gradually, more and more monkeys on that population in that island, which was isolated from any other contact with the world, more and more of them adopted the behavior until one day, when they got up, all the monkeys on that island had taken up the new behavior of washing their food before they ate it. Well, that's good enough news. It shows that a good breakthrough, a change, is sort of contagious and spreads out to the population. But what also happens simultaneously is all the other populations of snow monkeys all over the world woke up that same morning and began to exhibit the same behavior without any direct contact on the physical with that little island of monkeys off the coast of Japan. There was a deeper connection, and that's the collective consciousness of the snow monkey population. So when enough humans have awakened and their hearts have begun to flower, that will spill over into the collective consciousness and tip the scales from competition, conflict, and violence to cooperation, harmony, and peace. And that's what many of us on earth are working toward right now. And the way you contribute is your own journey. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to consent to divine grace to transform you. That's a courageous journey in itself, and it will affect the entire collective consciousness of humanity. To help, many groups, many spiritual teachers are sharing a direct transmission of awakened divine consciousness. It goes by various names: Shaktipat, Diksha, Ph.D. All the great mystical traditions have something like this, where the awakened ones can directly transmit their state to others. There's just not time for everybody to spend a whole lifetime or many lifetimes to begin the awakening process. So many are sharing, and we share something called the Flowering Heart Blessing. Hridaya, Vikasa, Diksha in Sanskrit. And it is a direct transmission of awakened consciousness, of awakened spirit from the divine source. It catalyzes the process of awakening in the receiver. It dissolves blocks. It hastens the journey. If you're already in the process of awakening, it will speed it up. If you're already awakened, it will take you deeper. For as I am wont to say often, awakening is not a destination. It's an infinite process of unfolding and flowering and expansion. So, glad you're here tonight. Please join us in sharing the Flowering Heart Blessing with all who join with us tonight, with all who ever view this recording in the future. For spiritual blessings are not bounded by time or space separation. So anyone could watch this video 100 years from now. They'd feel the same spiritual presence. Hopefully by then they won't need it. And the new earth will be completely in place. But the Flowering Heart Blessing is given with no charge. When you receive one of them, and you're receiving it right now, just take it in. You're not only catalyzed in your awakening process, but you're fully initiated to share this grace with others. So you don't need to know what you're doing. We don't know what we're doing because the divine is doing it all. We're just instruments of grace. So just invite the divine to flow through you and to pour out the blessing to everyone who joins us tonight or views this satsang in the future. At this point, we like to open it to questions on the spiritual journey.
Or sharings.
Or sharings. I just became enlightened, and the trees are singing and the birds are dancing in the trees. We'd love to hear one of those. But whatever you'd like to share, don't wax too philosophical on us, because this is really about experiencing connection and experiencing divine union, which is something that's more felt than thought about. And yet we have questions that arise. We all have areas of our spiritual path where we seek more clarity, more light. And when you do share your questions, it catalyzes our conversation here tonight, but also it helps everyone. For our journeys are different, but they parallel one another, and we encounter many of the same questions, many of the same struggles along the way. So while you listen to the still small voice within, see if there's something that you're being moved to share. I'm going to share with you. I had it all queued up and then it went away, but I'll get it back real quick. Some quotes from inspiringquotes.com. And some of these were so good. I guess I'm drawn to some quotes from Marcus Aurelius. I have some other good ones too, but let's look into Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was one of the emperors of Rome in those days. And this little article and collection of quotes is from Brooke Robinson, who publishes articles and input on inspiringquotes.com. Brooke is a bibliophile, a cinephile, and a curry enthusiast based in Cleveland, Ohio. We relate to all those things. We love books, we love movies, and we sure love curry. So thank you, Brooke. So here are 15 life-changing quotes from Marcus Aurelius' book called Meditations. In the 2023 Oscar-nominated film, The Holdovers, history teacher Paul Giamatti gifts copies of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. Excuse me. Some allergen just swept through. But that won't stop us. Anyway, in the 2023 Oscar-nominated film, Paul Giamatti gives copies of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations to multiple people, saying, quote, "For my money, it's like the Bible, the Quran, and the Bhagavad Gita all rolled up into one." Unlike those religious texts, however, Meditations began its life as the personal diary of a Roman emperor and philosopher. It was also likely never intended to be published. Written during Marcus Aurelius' rule from 161 to 180 of the Christian era, it was 19 years, these introspective notes were meant to help Aurelius reflect on his Stoic philosophy and propel him along his personal journey of self-improvement. The writings, ranging in length from one sentence to extended paragraphs, are divided into 12 books. I'm not going to read them all tonight. 12 books that trace the various periods of the author's life as he endeavors to make sense of himself and his place in the universe. To this day, Marcus Aurelius' musings remain almost eerily relevant. Relevant? That's a Xanism. Although we may not be Roman emperors, we continually strive to become better versions of ourselves, just as Marcus Aurelius did nearly 2,000 years ago. And that's where his musings can come in handy. Here are 15 timeless quotes from Meditations that can help all of us find our place in the world. She didn't pick a big task, did she? So let's dive in. All of these are quotes from Marcus Aurelius' diary. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Here's a rule to remember in the future. When anything tempts you to feel bitter, not. Let me start that over again. Here's a rule to remember in future when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not, this is a misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If you can, show them the better way. If you cannot, remember that this is why you have the gift of kindness. There is a limit circumscribed to your time. If you do not use it to clear away the clouds, it will be gone, and you will be gone, and the opportunity will not return. Whenever you're about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question. What fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize? The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. If you're distressed by anything, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it. And this you have power to revoke at any moment. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all of your heart. Watch the stars in their courses, as one that runneth about with them therein. And think constantly upon the reciprocal changes of the elements, for thoughts on these things cleanse away the mire of our earthly life. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise, it cannot harm you inside or out. Accept humbly. Let go easily. Pretty wise for a conquering Roman emperor. Marcus Aurelius has always impressed me. And we often find his quotes mixed in with quotes from the Dalai Lama, from Thich Nhat Hanh, from great spiritual teachers. And you go, wow, there's Marcus Aurelius in the mix. Okay. Well, it's beginning to look like our Monday satsangs are not going to be doing much questions and answers anymore. Which is kind of too bad because we have so much to share. And we don't have time to prepare formal teachings or little tidbits. We respond really to you. And it's okay if you're just here to hang for a few minutes. It will be shorter tonight. Do you have something you'd particularly like to share?
No, I was trying to think of what came up in the book club or satsang last week, but some new meditations, but nothing standing out.
Our book club has started the Sufi Book of Life by Neil Douglas Klotz. 99 Pathways of the Heart for the Modern Dervish. It's often been said that Sufism is the mystical branch of Islam. But Neil Douglas Klotz says, not really. It's more than that. It's outside the box of any religion per se. The actual word or name dervish means one who sits in the door. This is really a good book. So even if you don't do our book club, I can recommend this. It's filled with Sufi teachings. Everybody's heard of Rumi, but you may not be aware that Rumi is the most published poet on earth today, the most popular poet on earth. And he lived back in the 1200s. And even while he was alive back then as a Muslim mystic, he influenced countless people. At his funeral, I think it was in 1273, Muslims were there. Of course, he was Muslim, and it was in Afghanistan. But Hindus started showing up, and Jewish rabbis started showing up And Buddhists started showing up, and a lot of the Muslims and the clerics were like, what are you doing here? And they explained how Rumi moved them so mystically and so deeply. His teachings speak to, anyway, there's a lot of great material in here, but there are also meditations for each of the 99 qualities or pathways of the heart that express divine union. And it's also an oracle. Like in the angel cards, you can just pick one of the 99 names every day. And there's just a two or
Chapters
three
are only-
pages.
Yeah, they're very short, and so.
And
you
ends
think,
with a
oh, well,
guided meditation.
You think, oh, well, if I missed the beginning of the book club, we're on chapter, 4 or something?
Something.
Yeah, we've been into it for 2 weeks now. We did the introduction and the, foreword at the beginning, and then we did, I think we're only on chapter 4, so.
Yeah.
And we do the meditations together. So it's
And, well,
Sunday
Neil
afternoons.
said, don't read my book from beginning to end. Pick it up and just open it somewhere and see where the Spirit takes you. In fact, he suggested cutting it up into 99 pieces and all kinds of strange and interesting things. He said, then after you've done that, then you could read it through if you want. So, but we're having a lot of fun. The Sufi path is amazing. And we have some actual Sufis participating. One in particular is quite a scholar. And that's amazing to have someone that knows that much and actually practices zikr, which meditation on the 99 names or qualities of the divine. Beautiful. Okay. Yekaterina said, can you talk more about synchronicities? What, did I talk about synchronicities? You want me to talk more? There are no coincidences. At the roots of coincidence is the oneness of the universe. Everything is connected on such an intricate level. The physicists have discovered that you can do something to a subatomic particle on this place in the universe, and it's instantly reflected in its counterpart on the other end of the universe. Everything is so connected. So what seems to us to be just maybe a coincidence when we run into someone that we really connect with, all of this is much deeper than coincidence. It's the pattern, the unfolding pattern of the divine, unfolding in creation and in our lives. That's all I have to say about it. If you want us to say more, how do they work in nature and in our lives? Well, perhaps you'd like to explain what you understand by synchronicity. And I can address that.
I try and allow as much of my day to be open to synchronicity, which means if I'm going from point A to point B, I don't have to follow that exact route all the time. I kind of flow with the traffic lights, and I don't have a set way of doing things. I try and allow space for, getting involved in a random conversation or answering a call that I wasn't expecting to come in. Because we never know what's going to present. Something's tickling.
There's some allergen floating around in the room tonight.
We never know what's going to present itself to me or to us throughout the day. So the more that we're in alignment with the divine will, the more that we're open to seeing and experiencing these synchronicities. And I find the easier my day goes. And it's becomes at a point where it's not even surprising anymore. At first it's like, wow, I was just thinking about that person and they called, and wow, this just happened, and wow, we took that street instead of the other one and there's a traffic jam. It's just, but the more you start to notice it, the more it starts to happen. It's happening anyway, we're just not noticing it.
So another way that people often look at it is that what seems to be a synchronicity or a coincidence that just sort of drops in our laps is actually a divine miracle. It's divine intervention. I know you don't have to take it that way. You could take it in a totally impersonal way, but here's the rub, and we learned this in India, and it's so true. When you take that synchronicity as a gift of the divine, and you notice it, Suzanne said, notice it first of all, but don't stop there. Express, at least inwardly, gratitude. Thank you for that. So notice it, express gratitude for it, and the third thing is tell other people about it. The divine has all kinds of plans and patterns, but the divine wants us to notice the patterns, notice the moments where the divine just swims through and touches us, that we're grateful for it. And when we lift up our voices and we tell other people about these little miracles, it makes the divine really happy. And the synchronicities begin to become multiplied. They're more and more, and they become more and more powerful. If you keep noticing them and saying thank you and telling other people about it, it will begin to grow into full-blown miracles of divine intervention that you read about in the lives of the masters, the yogis, the saints. And it's so simple. Just notice the little synchronicities. Be grateful. If they seem bad, just let them go. Learn from them. But to be grateful and tell other people about the little teeny acts of goodness and divine compassion and intervention in your life, and it just multiplies. Put it to the test. And you said, how do they work in nature and in our lives? Well, Suzanne basically answered that. When we're in harmony with nature, those natural synchronicities just happen. I was one of the senior students of a very highly enlightened Taoist master, who was a master of many things, meditation and internal alchemy and healing, but herbal medicine was one of his wonders. And he could walk through the woods and find anywhere he was an herb, a plant, that was the medicine for whatever was ailing him or anyone that was with him. And he taught us that wherever there is a hurt in nature, suppose, there were these plants in California called stinging nettles. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but you might as well just call it a fire plant. When you brush up against one of those stinging plants, it's like you're on fire. Forget poison ivy and poison oak. This is like Portuguese man of war, instant fiery pain. And it happened when we were walking in the woods with him. And he said, okay, just give me a minute. And he just opened his spiritual senses and went right down to a brook, picked some plants, rubbed the leaves in his hands, and rubbed it on the person's leg, and the fire instantly went out. I'm pretty sure it was watercress, incidentally. But he said that's true. If you're bitten by a poisonous snake, the antidote is right there if you can find it. And it isn't head knowledge, it's sensitivity. The ancient sages would walk through nature and they would feel the energy coming from the plants and the animals, and they go, oh, this one feels very healing to my liver or my kidneys or something. Ooh, this one, that doesn't feel good, that's poisonous. And they would know this by being in harmony with nature. Now, you could go, well, those are synchronicities. Well, sure they are. When nature presents exactly what you need, exactly what you're seeking, just seemingly out of nowhere. So that's how it works in nature. In our lives, certainly karma has a lot to do with it. What goes out comes around. When we're kind and helpful, we'll discover the world around us is kind and helpful in return. So
I think we've gotten so far away from the natural way of things. share with some of our friends that aren't into much of the spiritual journey or nature, and we'll share some like home remedies and stuff for things, and they kind of look at us like we're crazy, and they're like, well, why didn't you go to the doctor for that? And it's like, well, we've got the cure right here. Why don't we work with the body and work with nature? And I think that we've gotten so far away. Like if we get a sunburn, we've got lots of aloe growing around the house, and we pick a piece of aloe and slather it on us. We hardly get sunburnt anymore, but or if somebody gets burned. Anyway, we've forgotten a lot of the ancient wisdom of our elders, our grandparents, and how they didn't have hospitals, they didn't have doctors, they had to know what to do in the moment with what they had on hand, and a lot of them kept stuff on hand because that was their medicine.
And to think they used to burn people at the stake
for
having the
that knowledge.
sensitivity to know how to use roots and herbs.
Right.
And yet Katerina writes, to me, the story of the snow monkeys, to me, the story of the snow monkeys can be synchronicity. Well, it is, in fact, but it's synchronicity on a grand scale, and there was cause and effect. There was an awakening in one young monkey. When the 100th monkey got awakened, the whole tribe on that island became awakened, and it spread like wildfire around the world to all the snow monkeys.
And that was through like telepathic collective consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were just tuned into it because they're not in their minds like we are.
And as Ekaterina continues, I like signs from God and direction. I would love to talk to God, to which I only have to say, then talk to God. People go, but and listen. Talk to God and take time to listen. Often God will speak to you in the silence of your heart. If you just chill out and rest in the silence of your heart, just a certain knowingness and clarity emerges within you. That's God. God's original language is silence. Let your imagination go. God will speak to you through your imagination. Oh, I'm just making it up. I doubt it. I mean, people do. People can be crazy deceived. But when you sincerely talk to God and then leave space to listen, God will indeed sometimes speak to you through your thoughts, through your imagination in powerful ways. All those visions of the mystics, Ezekiel saw a wheel within a wheel, and all these glorious visions of the glory of God. That was God working through Ezekiel's imagination and his mind to give him images and insights into the nature of the divine. So, if you'd love to talk to God, please talk to God. In fact, there's a little, here it is. A little teeny booklet that costs like nothing from Paramahansa Yogananda, How You Can Talk with God. It's, it's 35 pages.
A booklet.
And it's good.
35 little pages.
Some good insight. Yogananda is someone who talked to God and invited other people, everyone, to enter into the conversation, the love conversation that he had between his heart and the divine source. And you could do the same. Thank you, Ekaterina.
Thank you.
That was nice. And thank you everyone else for your presence as well. I feel you. So let me check over here and check back over here and do the unthinkable. Watch. It now works.
Yeah. Yay.
Facebook got their act together.
Yeah.
Okay. We're grateful. And Ekaterina's postscript is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, the world is so beautiful seen through the right eyes. It just is.
We were outside watching the afterglow of the sunset And it was so beautiful. The sky was pinks and oranges and purples, and there were clouds in the sky, which made it even more vibrant. And at sunset in summertime, the cicadas start. They just all come online at once. It's like a symphony. And then if we've had rain, the frogs just all come online, and there was just this beautiful symphony of nature sounds with these colors. And I think that a lot of people just don't spend enough time out in nature and noticing these things. It's
So
like,
true.
oh yeah, sunset. So many times we see people just walking away before the sun even sets. I'm like, it's 2 minutes from now. How can you walk away from this? And then right after the sunset, so many people leave right away. But the best part of sunset is, the half an hour afterwards, where the sky, the beautiful rays and purples and pinks and oranges, and it's just gorgeous. Different colors of blue as it gets darker. So yeah, that's my favorite way to communicate with the divine, is out in nature and just being aware, taking it in. Sometimes I talk with birds.
That's because we're a couple of bird brains.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and close your eyes if you would. And invoke the divine presence. It's been said by many great souls that the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. If there's a universe out there, it's a reflection of the universe within you. Everything is within you. The fullness of the divine Godhead, of the source of all that is, dwells within you. Rumi, whom we spoke of before, said, "You are not a drop of the ocean. You are the entire ocean within a drop." It's all inside of you, and the divine presence inside of you is your true essence. It is the center of your being. In fact, it's everything. In the presence we live and move and have our being. This divine presence within you is pure unconditional love. It loves you beyond your comprehension, more than you could possibly imagine. In spite of all your quirks and faults, we are loved unconditionally. And this love is omnipotent, all-powerful. It is all-wise and all-knowing. And it yearns to embrace you and love you and free you from your suffering. All of that suffering is rooted in the sense of separate individual existence, duality, which is an illusion of the mind. Awakening is to awaken from the dream, the delusion of the mind, into the direct experience of reality, which is oneness with the divine and with all that exists. You don't need to beg for it. The divine is trying to give it to you. Just relax, open your heart, and receive the blessing of the flowering of your heart in oneness with the divine and with all that is. There's no limit. Just take it in. Breathe it in more and more and more. keep breathing in, drinking in the infinite love and light of your divine source. Let the light of the divine source flood your spirit with genuine enlightenment, which is the presence itself. It will shine out through your spirit into your soul to melt away all the negative thinking, the negative emotions, the negative programming. The divine presence, the divine light shining out of your center will just dissolve all of that and fill your soul with divinely inspired thoughts, images, feelings, plans. It will shine out through your spirit, through your soul, into your body. Just relax. And it will heal all of your dis-eases, your pains, all sickness and disease. Receive the healing grace, the divine medicine that flows from the center of your being. Rivers of living water. The great physician, God, yearns for you to be fully healed, spirit, soul, and body. For your relationships to be set right and healed. For your life to be filled with abundance. Joy. Peace. Receive. Imagine us sitting in a circle with our eyes closed. Lift up your hands with your palms open, facing forward, as we invite the divine to pour the flowering heart blessing through all of you to the others in the circle. As it flows through you to the others, it transforms you. Give. Relax. Let the light shine through you. Imagine the planet Earth in the middle of our circle, a slightly scaled down version. Beautiful blue living planet. And let us hold a strong intention together and call upon the divine to flood the earth with healing, with peace, with love, to melt away the fear, the anger, and the violence. Let us focus for a moment on the huge funeral celebration taking place in Iran. Millions upon millions upon millions of people have come together in their way. Let us ask the divine to flood them with light and peace. And all the other nations of the Middle East, and all who are involved with them, which is the entire world. May the light of love dissolve fear, anger, and violence. One love, one consciousness, one heart unites us all. May it shine and melt away the shadows. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Now you could relax your hands somewhere in your lap and open your eyes and begin to make direct eye contact with Suzanne and or me. Just keep gazing at least one of our eyes. As we begin the light meditation, Suzanne and I are flooded with oceans of light and love and grace for you. It pours through all of our being to you, especially through our eyes, the windows of the soul. As you keep looking, the light streams through our eyes, in through your eyes, into your heart of hearts, causing the light of love and awakening to shine brighter and brighter and brighter within you, transforming you. And all you need to do is just keep looking, relax, and receive. can close your eyes now. Meditate for a few more minutes with us. Now keep meditating as long as it feels nice to you. Or lie down nearby in Shavasana. Shavasana is a fancy yoga pose name for something very easy to do. Find a comfortable place nearby and lie down on your back. With your eyes closed, your arms loosely at your sides, with your palms open and turned upward. And just let yourself dissolve in the presence with gratitude. We love you very much.
Much love, light, and blessings.
Until we meet again, know that the divine in us beholds the divine in you, and we bow to you. Namaste.